welcome back to Slushie Review. This is Keith.
And Chris.
And today we will be doing the Avengers, the first one. As you know, we said in the past, our last episode, we are just going to do the Avengers movies, the team-up movies. So we're going to do Avengers, Ultron, next week. Wink.
And winking at the microphone.
We have fun. And then after that, we're going to do Infinity War and Endgame.
Nice.
Ooh, that's going to be a day. I'll tell you that much.
Get an early start on that one if we can.
Yeah, they're both like 3 hours, right? Oh, is that what you mean?
Just about, yeah. That's.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, it's not like these ones are short.
Fair.
It's not like these things are, what, like 2.5?
Yeah, they were 2.5.
Oh, yeah, that 3 hours is a real stretch. Yeah, can't do that one. No, fuck it.
It's a board dying.
Yeah, oh no.
That's all it is. So, yeah, the Avengers, we're going to start that. We decided not to do all the movies.
We got burnt out on DC after 9 movies. 9. We were like, all right, the end
10 technically.
Yeah. At a certain point, the end couldn't have come soon enough.
Mm-hmm. But those movies weren't.
Those movies were not.
Amazing.
Those movies were not Marvel quality. I'll say, not all of them.
And to be fair, I think it took us longer to do those than it took us to do the Star Wars. Because we were doing them like one at a time.
Yeah. At a certain point, we were like, let's double down on them.
Yeah, I think we did. Because it was like, well, we're here till 6 a.m. anyway.
Yeah, why not?
Somehow, I don't know how we did that.
Because I really think during those, I hadn't changed my work availability yet. So I was like, all right, I can do one, and then I got to work in the morning the next day.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I was like, no, fuck that.
Yeah, fair.
If I'm gonna be up till 6. I'm not going to work at 10 a.m.
That's also
Am I a
facts.
chump? Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not for that. Probably for other stuff. Definitely for other things. I do still go to work, so I'm a sucker. You got me.
Unfortunately.
You got me, capitalism.
Speaking of, donate to our Patreon that we haven't started yet, so we can get out of working.
If we did have one, what would we put on there?
I have no idea.
Like, what exclusive content would we put on there?
Nothing.
Outtakes?
I wouldn't edit a thing.
Because I think most of it makes... Oh. Oof.
Outtakes.
Give them the...
Every take is an outtake.
I was going to say, give them the... which was our longest one. Give them the Phantom Menace episode uncut, but I think that was only like 3 minutes shorter. Which
it
the
really was. We don't really edit a lot out.
Honestly, all they'll get on the Patreon is the trains.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's like, off in the distance.
It's
what
like
that?
Every other week, though. Every other.
But you're paying for it now, so you know it's good.
I'm telling you. Oh, man, good times. So,
every month on the Patreon, I don't know, do an impression of somebody stupid. It's all going to be the same person. It's all going to be my Arnold Christopher Walken. To my credit, I did a pretty good Arnold impersonation the other day, and I have not been able to recreate it since.
Well, were you the governor of California?
No.
Oh.
I was talking as him, and I was describing one of his movies. I was describing that piece of shit movie, Iron Mask, to a friend of mine, talking about like what happens in it.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was in that?
Him and Jackie Chan.
Iron Mask?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a different movie, sorry.
Yeah. This movie just came out. This movie just came out on home release like maybe a month or two ago.
Okay.
It is not what it is billed to be, in my opinion.
I've never heard of it, so
I saw the trailer for this movie online. This movie led me to believe it was going to be Arnold and Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
And they have maybe like 20 minutes of screen time in this like almost 2-hour film. It's got them. It's got, I can't think of his name now. The guy who's in everything, Charles Dance. The guy who I see in everything lately for some reason, Charles Dance, Arnold, Jackie, and nobody else of note. Mm-hmm. And it's apparently a sequel to a movie called like the Forbidden Kingdom or some shit. It's like a Russia and China based movie company like made these movies and put them together, and this fucking movie's weird. It was not great to begin with. It was recorded in English and then dubbed over in English. Poorly. So they're speaking English, and no one's fucking mouths match up to what they're saying already, which is not a good start.
I'm feeling hurt by this movie. I don't ever want to watch this.
But it did have a pretty fucking sweet fight scene with Jackie Chan and Arnold, so I'll leave it at that. That was good. The rest of the movie was crap.
Well, if that's the case, then what do you give it, Slushie Meter? Iron Mask.
Impromptu. This is the Patreon.
Yes.
Impromptu reviews for movies we're not talking about. This is what you get on the Patreon. This is a preview, a free preview, a free view.
There it is.
Of
free
the
listen.
Patreon. I would give Iron Mask a 2. No. I would give the fight scene between Jackie and Arnold a 4. The rest of the movie, I would give a 1 because that movie sucked.
So overall, a 1?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
Because a good scene can't save that piece of shit movie.
Nah, because there was a couple good scenes in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and there were a couple good scenes in Birds of Prey, but the rest of the movie was crap.
Trash. Exactly. All right, well, back to our feature film.
Yeah, sorry to go on a little
no, I liked it.
Angry.
What else are we going to talk about?
Avengers.
Nope.
How much I enjoy Chris Evans.
They've had their time in the ring.
The last, 12 years.
Exactly. Thank you for listening. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you follow us at Slushie Review on Twitter at Slushie Review. You can also check us out on YouTube. Just search Slushie Review. We pop up. We're the first result. And then check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And also, coming soon, Instagram. Follow us on IG.
The gram.
At Slushie Review Podcast.
Yes.
We just started it. Need some followers. Need some likes. Okay. Let's just get started with the plot.
All right.
For the first Avengers.
The first Avengers movie begins... What was it? The S.H.I.E.L.D. research facility. They're researching the Tesseract. And it starts acting up. Nick Fury is... Oh, no, it's... Eric Selvig is the head researcher on it, who we met in the Thor movies. Nick Fury shows up on the scene. Hey, what's going on? Oh, this power source... Or no, even before that, isn't it? Yeah, that fucking space...
I was thinking, I don't think that's
Space
right.
Ghost is talking to Loki.
Coast to coast.
Giving him his pep talk about how he can have Earth and Thanos gets the rest. Or he gets the rest. We don't know who it is yet. But we know who it is. We know who it is.
Now we do.
We do now. At the end of the movie, I knew who it was.
When I watched Avengers the first time, I had no clue who the fuck they were talking about.
Same.
I was lost.
Same.
And I'll tell you why later, but yeah, go.
Okay.
Go.
But it starts with that. Then we get to researching the Tesseract. It starts acting funky. It opens a portal, and someone else that we know walks through the portal. Loki comes through, starts fucking shit up, killing people. He's got a magic mind control stick that he starts poking people with. Notably, Eric Selvig, some nameless researchers, and Clint Barton,
AKA
Hawkeye, who spends the bulk of this movie mind controlled. Well, not the bulk, maybe like a third.
Yeah.
Maybe like a third.
Not really that much.
I think we might have overstated how much of the movie he gets mind controlled during in previous episodes. But
wait, did we say that?
We think we did.
I feel like we did.
I'm pretty sure I did at least. I feel like we both did it.
Yeah.
Mind controls some people and decides, the Tesseract is the nameless partner. I'm just going to call him Thanos because we all know who it is now. Thanos wants a Tesseract and says Loki can have Earth.
Who is it?
Who is this mysterious purple man who has ruined you for all other comic book movie villains?
Who is it? Okay.
It's Michael Scott.
Let me stop. I interrupted. Let me stop.
Oh, I love it. So Loki gets Earth, Thanos gets the Tesseract, which we'll learn why in a few more movies. Why he wants that. What happens
Do
next?
I know? Why does he want that?
Well, we got the Space Stone in it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Even though he fucking gave him the Mind Stone, now that I think about it.
I don't think he knew the Mind Stone was in it.
Maybe.
I just because, but here's the thing though. No matter giving him
He got them both in the end, so I guess it didn't fucking matter.
Oh, you mean Thanos?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just well. I mean, even still though, he had to give him something.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, he couldn't wield the Mind Stone because he didn't have the glove yet.
Oh yeah.
So it's like encased in this,
the jewel thing in the staff, the jewel in the jewel,
the Jurassic Park thing.
In the it's got John Hammond's cane.
He's poking
people with it. I mean, if it was a little pointier.
Wait, which one?
What?
Which one was a little pointier?
I think Loki's cane was a little pointier.
I got it.
Except for when he was in Germany, then it was just a hitting stick.
There it is.
And he just was in there waving his hitting stick about. But,
Did you say a boot?
Yeah, I did. So what's the next part? What's the next fucking part of Avengers?
The team up.
The facility.
No, is that not where we are? Sorry.
Kinda.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like the facility collapses. Nick Fury gets out.
Forgot about that.
And then like we slowly start seeing all of the characters. We see Captain America working out in a gym, getting strong, staying strong, just knocking out these sandbags. He's got them lined up, hooking them up, pop, 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 knocks it out. Nick Fury's like, "Hey, got a new war for you, buddy." Great. Just what I wanted. I've been awake for like, what did we figure? Not very long. You and I don't know. I don't know if the movie gives us an accurate timeline, but he can't have been awake for very long because he looks just about the same as he did at the end of Captain America: First Avenger.
Yes, we did figure that out. That it was super close.
Yeah. So like
he's
fresh out of the whatever fucking little room they put him in that was freaky. That little freaky. Don't figure out what time you're in room. So he's doing his thing. Iron Man's building the Stark Tower. I think they first show him doing some like underwater wiring or some shit, which is always safe to do. He's building the tower with his name on it. Thor is not seen till later. Black Widow is doing a reverse interrogation on some, I think they're Russians, maybe. They got her tied to a chair and she's pumping them for information, apparently, because Agent Coulson calls her in and says, "Hey, we got a job for you." Sends her to find Bruce Banner, who doesn't want to come along. Some SHIELD agents point their guns at a chicken inadvertently, and he joins the team. Some people fight some other people in Germany. The guy probably loses his eyeball, I'm guessing, to that staff, because he was screaming and squirming around. I probably could have just fucking scanned the thing. I don't know. Apparently Loki doesn't roll that way. They have Loki in custody. That was pretty easy. Maybe a little too easy. But when they got him in the jet, Thor shows up, steals him, decides he's going to take his ass home to Asgard, while Iron Man flies after him, and Captain America straps on a parachute and debates the existence of gods, and eventually makes it to where Iron Man and Thor have a little throwdown. Captain America joins the fray, calms things down because he's the good man. Loki works everybody, plays them all like a fucking fiddle, gets them all to turn on each other, gets them to turn on the cause, and alien invasion. Because why not? I mean, what else is he? He's alone before this, and besides his like mind-controlled minions, he's alone. So he is promised an army by Thanos, and by Thanos redacted, and he gets it eventually. Doesn't work out for him, or does it? Keep listening. We'll find out together.
That's hilarious.
That's the plot, because we'll talk about the rest of it as we go. I know we'll talk about the rest of the movie, because it's us. So I will hand it over to Keith for the cast of Avengers.
Okay, for the cast. First off, this episode is brought to you by homemade grape slushy.
Delicious.
With a little bit of cranberry blackberry.
I was going to ask you to put the cranberry blackberry in there. It's yummy.
I did. I put a lot of ice in there, so I had to like put a lot of liquid in there. But it turned out okay.
It's good. She thick.
I like it.
She thick.
Like a Pixar bomb. That much. But I got a question real quick before I do the cast. Natasha, Black Widow, she was in Captain Marvel? Oh, the end scene. Okay, never mind. I just realized that. The end scene when... Because Captain Marvel came out after Infinity War.
Yeah.
And that's when... That's... Because I don't think I saw that scene until after... I don't think I saw Captain Marvel until after Endgame.
Oh, really?
No, that's not true. But I saw it before I saw Ant-Man and Wasp.
Okay.
And I should have saw it after. So...
It's been a minute since I saw Captain Marvel. I forgot.
Yeah, the end scene where she answers a page to Nick Fury.
That's right. Yeah, she's like, "Where's Fury?"
Yeah,
you're right.
Like,
yes.
Who's this? Blah blah. Yes, because I remember I saw that scene before I saw Captain Marvel.
Because when you said end scene, all I was thinking of was Goose spitting out the cube on the desk, and I was like, "No, that's not the one he means."
Yeah,
he didn't puke Scarlett Johansson on that desk.
He did not. He did not.
Puke something much more valuable.
Yeah, that's facts. Okay, let's see. There's a lot of people in this movie. The first Avengers. Okay. First off, we have Robert Downey Jr.
There he is.
Tony Stark, young Iron Man. Chris Evans. Steve Rogers.
Yes, please.
Or Cap. Or Captain. Captain Steve America Rogers. Anyway.
Crunch.
Anyway, Ant-Man says it. So good. Next up, can never lose, Mark Ruffalo. Love him. Bruce Banner, the Hulk. He's never going to get his own movie. That's okay, though.
That's fine.
It's not.
For me, it is.
But you don't like the Hulk.
Not really. And honestly, I kind of felt like a lot of this was the Hulk's movie. Because a lot of this was, at least for like the Marvel and the MCU canon Hulk, because yes, they apparently used scenes from the other ones in his little like screen things, but like they spent a lot of time talking about him and his issues with, I think, not necessarily this movie. I feel like the Avengers movies, if you piece them together, are like kind of the Hulk's story in their own ways.
That's fair, but to be fair,
and we are nothing if not.
To be fair, we didn't like that DC did that with Batman.
No, but but to be fair, I like Batman way more than I like the fucking Hulk.
Exactly. I'm just saying, to be fair, we didn't like it.
No.
So, I think he did have his own movie, The Hulk.
Yeah, he got two.
The first one doesn't
But they
count.
just didn't, for some reason they just didn't stick.
That's like me making a Spider-Man movie right now. It wouldn't be 3.
Ooh.
Okay? It wouldn't be the third Spider-Man. It would just be like, okay, get
But
that
it
out
wouldn't
of here.
have fucking Eric Foreman in it. So.
He might be hurting for work. Who knows?
If you could get him for that, you could get him for this. Patreon.
I don't.
You don't want him? You don't want
for
him?
What? What was he gonna do?
I don't know.
What's he gonna say? Exactly.
I like being bad.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good. That's what he'd say.
Oh, Christ. All right, let's see. Next up, Chris Hemsworth. One of the 3 Chris's in these movies. Or 2 of the 3 Chris's, because I already said Chris Evans.
So far, yeah.
Is Chris Hemsworth with Thor. Scarlett Johansson. Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow. Jeremy Renner. Clint, Hawkeye, Ronan Barton. He's in this movie. Tom Hiddleston is Loki. Next up, we have Clark Gregg, who is Agent Phil Coulson. He dies.
Ah, but he doesn't really, which is weird.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
In that show, that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, like, he's a big part of that. He's not actually dead. Apparently, S.H.I.E.L.D. has some method of, like, reviving him.
Yeah, it's called a new contract.
And that, too. It's called a TV show that doesn't fucking live up to the movies. Because I watched a couple seasons of it, and it was boring.
Yeah. So I didn't mention it because I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not my issue.
Okay, well, we won't see him again until Captain Marvel, at least.
Yeah, fair. I don't have a problem with him.
And he was juiced in that fucking movie. They CGI'd him to the moon. He looked great in that movie.
Wow.
Yeah, Young Clint Barton, he looked like fucking Terminator. I wouldn't fuck with him.
That's fair. Wait, who? Who are we talking about?
In Captain Marvel.
Phil Coulson?
Yeah. Who did I say? Did I say Clint Barton?
You did.
Fuck me. No,
I
Phil Coulson.
was like,
no.
Wait, what?
Young Phil Coulson he looks like a monster. Like him and young Nick Fury.
Yes, you are correct.
Did he put them together? No way. I'm not messing with that.
That's what I said. I was like, yeah. You're like Clint Barton. I'm like, no.
No.
You
sure you didn't put any booze in this fucking slushie? Because I am...
I should. I should have.
I'm a fucking mess, apparently.
No water, just
mix
straight
it up.
Kool-Aid and vodka. Kool-Aid and Jack Daniels.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, next up, Cobie Smulders, best known from that 70s? No.
How I Met Your Mother?
How I Met Your Mother.
Didn't watch it.
Didn't watch it either. That's why I said that 70s show. I didn't know. Didn't watch that either. She is Agent Maria Hill. I actually like her. I think she's actually really good in this role as Maria Hill. She's always been good. And it wasn't until, I'm not going to say Infinity War, but I'm going to say Ultron, that I knew that she was somebody else.
Okay.
I was like, oh, this actress is great. She's good. She should get some roles.
Who is this unknown?
Who is this? She is good. Someone's like, yeah, she's from How I Met Your Mother. I'm like, what? No. That movie.
You mean she's from Avengers?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, yeah. The girl from Avengers played in How I Met Your Mother. It's nice. Good for her.
If you asked me, if I was in both of those things, and you were like, hey, have you done any acting work lately? I'm like, fuck yeah, I was in Avengers.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Granted, that show I think ran for several seasons. So like, no, I was in Avengers.
Yeah.
And the next one.
All of them, really.
And a couple in between.
And the Captain Americas.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
Thank you very much.
Next up, Dr. Selvig. His name is Stellan Skarsgård.
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing a lot of these guys around. I don't know if they're all related.
The Skarsgårds?
Yeah. Either way, moving on. Young Nick, you have a right to remain silent, but I want to hear you scream fury. Young Samuel L. Jackson.
Classic.
Thank you. I like that. She wasn't really in this movie, but she was for a little bit. Gwyneth Paltrow, Pepper Potts. Mm-hmm. Okay. As a voice of Jarvis, we have Paul Bettany.
Hey.
And then I'm going to scroll down for a bit. Because the one guy, I don't know who that was, but that's what that thing was, the other.
Oh, I know who that is. I know who Alexis Denisoff is. I'm pretty sure he was on Angel. Yes, he was. Okay. That's about it.
That's about it. Because I don't know what show that was. What is Angel about?
It was a spinoff of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
That's fair.
I think...
I know that name.
Okay, so I think this is a girl that they kept showing, this Ashley Johnson girl. But I don't know what she's known for. So nothing. Anybody else I'm missing?
I know that name, but I don't know why I know him. Harry Dean Stanton. I think he was the old guy. I think he was the old guy that found Banner
the security guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the name, but I looked up his thing real quick, and I don't think I've seen anything with him in it.
Yeah, Alien, The Green Mile. Okay. If I would have seen those movies, I would have. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I've heard of the name too, but like you said.
Well, yeah, I've heard the name, but...
last person I didn't mention.
Here it comes.
Stan Lee.
Yep.
Stan Lee is great, as always. I mean, there's nothing else to be said.
Yep.
Stan Lee. I think I should probably end it there with Stan Lee.
Yeah, I would say I would mention maybe
Lou.
Yeah, if you care about it. I don't really, so yeah.
Because he got his shine.
He did.
Let Ruffalo get his shine. So no. Maybe if we do The Incredible Hulk, which we should, because you've never seen that.
I have never seen it.
That would be a good one to watch.
So which one is which again?
So the Hulk was the Eric Bana.
That's the bad one.
Bad one to me. You
Okay.
might like it. I don't believe you will.
Okay.
But you might like it. There are some parts in it that are good. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. It's just, to me, it's largely boring. And I really don't care.
Okay.
So that's just me. But, yeah, you might like it. But the Incredible Hulk with
Edward Norton.
Okay. Really good. The only downside of that entire movie is Liv Tyler. I do not like her. She's the worst. She has one face, and it doesn't move. Like, happy, sad. She doesn't laugh. And it's not even like... And that's the thing. I don't want her to be like, oh, she should smile more. No. She has no expression. Like, she just doesn't move her face. Like, I don't care if she smiles. She can frown all day, but she doesn't. She has a very lifeless face. It's weird because I just don't like it. She's very, like, emotionless. Like, you're like, oh, they fell in love. And you're like, her? Like, she's cute, but she's not, by any stretch of the imagination, like, she doesn't wow me. Every time I say, you know her. She's from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I just looked her up. Yeah, she's Lady Arwen.
Didn't like her.
She's the one that I kept thinking was the Wasp.
Oh,
Evangeline Lilly.
Yeah.
I kept, like, every time I saw her, I was like, oh, that's her. Wait, no, it's not.
No,
it's not.
Not even a little bit. I like Evangeline Lilly, whatever her name is. She's great. Liv Tyler, I'm good.
Take her leave.
Did you like her in Lord of the Rings?
I didn't mind her.
Exactly. It's like you forget her.
She wasn't She wasn't John Rhys Davies, and she wasn't Orlando Bloom.
Did you like Orlando Bloom in that?
Yeah.
I don't like Orlando Bloom.
No, I don't like it at all.
He's trash.
Okay.
And he was great in Pirates of the Caribbean 1. Then he became a little bitch in the rest of them. And then he was also in Troy. He was a little bitch in that too.
Didn't see that.
Well, I'm going to say don't. It's a great movie.
Okay.
If you got 3 hours to lose, same.
Every Sunday.
It's...
No.
That's my time, folks. Either way. So, yeah, that was a cast. So, let's skip right to some likes. Would you like to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You go first.
All right. Avengers. So, okay. So, I told Chris this story while we were watching the movie. And I'll tell you guys, too. A little fun fact. I saw Iron Man first. First off, I saw Incredible Hulk first. I was like, let's do this. Because I don't think Samuel Jackson was in it, or was he in it? I don't remember.
I don't know.
There's you never seen it, but it's
I think at one point in my life I looked up what like all the scenes were.
There's an after the credits scene in the Incredible Hulk, and they talk about something. So I'm like, okay, this is about to be a thing. So then Iron Man comes out. Iron Man, great movie. Loved it. Perfect. Then Iron Man 2 came out. And my boy, what's his name? First off, Don Cheadle was there. And I was like, love it. Because I like Terrence Howard, but wait, Don Cheadle's not bad. He's a step up to me. And I like Terrence Howard.
Mickey Rourke.
Loved him because I loved him in Sin City. And I loved him in Iron Man 2. So I was like...
Well, according to this IMDb cast listing for The Incredible Hulk, Robert Downey Jr., was he in the post-credit scene for The Incredible Hulk?
Maybe. It was somebody. I didn't know who it was.
Because it says Robert Downey Jr., but then it says uncredited.
It could be him.
So I'm guessing it was that.
It's...
Also Stan Lee.
So, if I remember correctly... No, I believe you. That's what I'm saying. I don't remember if it was Samuel Jackson or if it was Robert Downey Jr. or both. But somebody comes up to him and says something about an Avengers initiative. Mm-hmm. I think that's what happened. Or something like that. And then... Yeah, it was like a whole thing. But either way. It was great. At the end of the day, it was a good thing. I loved it. It was great. So either way, fast forward to Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 came out. Loved it. End credit scene. Yeah, you're not going to be a part of the Avengers. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, Captain America came out. Don't care. Hey, Thor's here. Don't give a shit. Give me Robert Downey Jr. or give me nothing. Give me liberty or give me death. That's how I felt. So I never saw that. Then I saw Avengers. I was like, wait a minute now. Okay, let me go back and check them out. Captain America, boring.
Kinda, honestly, yeah.
Thor, boring.
Kinda.
And I was like, this isn't gonna work.
Although when we did our rewatches before Endgame, I surprisingly enjoyed Thor more than I remembered enjoying it. So at least I remember it being a little more entertaining, like a little more funny.
When we watched it, it was funnier. The battle scenes were funnier.
Yeah.
When he got to Earth,
That's fair.
I was like, yeah, it didn't really.
The first time I saw Thor, I think I rented it, and I think I fell asleep during it.
Facts.
Which, might tell you something about me, but
Fair. And then what came out after that? Was it Thor 2 came out right after that. And then Winter Soldier? I think so. And
Winter Soldier definitely was out before Age of Ultron.
Oh no, for sure. But I wasn't for sure what came out right after Avengers.
Iron Man 3?
Oh, Iron Man 3 came out. Okay.
Yeah.
That's when I started getting invested.
Yeah.
But then Thor 2 came out and I was like, I'm out again. And then Captain Winter Soldier came out and I think I saw it in theaters and I was blown away.
Oh, it was really good.
And I was like, okay, I'm seeing every other movie now.
It was really good.
Yeah, every movie after that, you got me.
Yeah.
And then Civil War came out. Well, Ultron came out. Then Civil War came out.
Oh.
And then Guardians of the Galaxy. Actually, I didn't see Guardians of the Galaxy for a while. For like years. I didn't see it at all. I saw it like right before Infinity War. So like I was like, okay, I hear you guys.
So I guess these guys are sticking around, so I better watch the movie.
I saw the great classic film Man of Steel, and I was like, all right, we're trying here. And then that was whatever. We already talked about that.
Oh, they're trying to compete.
Yeah, they're trying. I was like, okay.
They think it's a competition.
And it was at first.
Was it?
Yes. Either way.
At first it was. What did it become then? Runaway?
No, because Man of Steel came out in 2013. Batman and Superman didn't come out for like 4 years after. So that's when I knew like, okay, this isn't gonna work. Because then they were like, or you can go watch the stuff on WB. No. Who has cable? First off. Second off, no. I don't want to watch the fucking Daredevil. I'm out. It came out on TV, didn't it?
What?
Daredevil came out in like 2017 or
That was the
something?
Netflix one.
Oh, was that one?
But that was Marvel.
Oh, yeah, you're right. What am I thinking of? The Flash.
Yeah.
And the Arrow.
And those weren't even related to the movies.
Nothing. So I was like, oh, okay. But those didn't come out then either. But it was like Man of Steel, and then it was like 5 years after.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay. I lost my interest. I got it back. Batman vs. Superman was good.
But they didn't make a fucking Batman movie in
They didn't
between
make a
those
Batman
5 years.
So this isn't about Batman. These are about my likes for the Avengers movie. Half an hour into this.
We're making good time.
I love it.
Having a good time.
Let's see. First one. I don't hate Loki. I remember watching Thor. And I was like, I don't care about him. Then he came back in Thor 2. Didn't care about him. Like, to me, Loki got too much shine.
Agree.
And then in
100%
Avengers,
agree.
I was like, this guy's kind of badass.
Yes.
In Avengers.
Yeah.
But other than that, though, I'm like, he gets too much shine.
Yes.
He can go sit down somewhere. So, but I don't hate him in this.
No.
I think he's a formidable villain. I think he does a part well, and I think he's great. So yeah, there's that. Next, the Avengers. The feeling I get.
Good night, everybody.
The feeling I get just watching the Avengers. It's like Goosebumps, but better.
Yeah.
And I was just like watching them. I was like, this is great. How in 2021 we're doing this, huh? I like this. This is good. I like this setting. It was good.
Who would have thought?
Who Not me.
Not us. No.
But I did put a slash. I put Avengers / introduction of heroes.
Okay.
Their introduction of every hero just brought me joy. Okay.
Like within this movie.
Within this movie.
Yeah.
Because again, I only saw Iron Man before I saw this movie in real time. So watching it, I was like, who came up first? Who was first?
I want to say it was Iron Man.
Yeah.
Or Captain America. One or the other. We just watched it and I can't remember it already.
You're right.
So did you? I'm probably going to be an idiot for asking this. But you already knew who these characters were before watching the movie, before watching the Avengers, though. Like you knew who Captain America was.
Heard of him.
Okay.
So I'm not really a comic book guy.
Okay, but I don't even necessarily mean like for the movies, but like you knew that these characters existed at some point. Okay.
But that's the thing. Like me not being a comic book guy, I can only rely on the cartoons.
Okay.
And it was more of a Batman Superman kind of guy than I was Marvel, Sans, Spider-Man.
Okay.
Spider-Man and X-Men, boom, cool.
Great.
Didn't know. I don't even know if I knew that they were together. I just knew that they were two things that I loved.
Yeah, they had a couple episodes where they crossed over.
See, but every cartoon in the day crossed over to me. Like, literally every cartoon was in every other cartoon. And I'm like, okay, well, we're just watching cartoons at this point.
I mean, that's not a problem either.
Give me a block of time. Every cartoon came on that time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Saturday morning, like, yeah, I could have watched Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, X-Men all in a row, and they all would have been in the same show to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm just watching it because I'm enjoying it, and I don't really care. I like to be entertained, as I've said this a million times, so I don't really care about connecting things. I didn't really get into, like, connecting things until I got a little bit older and started watching, like, the CSI shows and, like, House and stuff like that. That's when I was like, oh, wait a minute, I love this. Thrillers, I really didn't get into them until, like, I was, like, a teenager, and I was like, I like thinking about shit.
Okay.
This makes me feel good. So then, when X-Men came out in the theaters, that's when I was like, okay, let's do this. We can do this. That's so, not reading comic books and also not having the internet, you don't really know the things that you don't know.
That's fair.
So it's like, Marvel was just a company to me. It wasn't a... it was like WB. It was like Fox. I'm just like, okay, cool. Yeah. That's great. Marvel Heroes, I don't know who that is. Who's this Marvel guy? Big haircut. So, yeah. But yes, at the time, I did know who Captain America was. Wasn't a fan. I knew who Thor was because I do like Greek mythology. So I didn't think of it as Thor, the Marvel hero. I just thought of him as the god of thunder, and I'm like, okay, so I know who Odin is because I think he's part of Greek mythology. I think Thor is too.
Norse mythology.
Am I saying? Yeah.
Greek mythology is like Hercules, Zeus, and all that stuff.
You're right.
But still, mythology.
Yes. So the crazy thing is though that sometimes they kind of intertwine though.
Yeah.
So that's the reason. It's not that I'm getting confused. It's just that. To me, Odin
pretty much every like of those mythologies has like a thunder god or a god who at least represents it.
Exactly.
Yeah, or like someone who's death or controls the dead.
Right.
Yeah.
So
they all overlap in some ways.
So the name Loki first got introduced to me when I was younger. Not Greek mythology. Norse mythology. In the Mask. That's what the Mask is in Jim Carrey movie. It's Loki because he's the god of mischief. So that's the mask he was putting on every day. So I'm like, love this guy. So I'm like, okay, it's great. So had no idea Loki was even in Thor. So no clue. So I was like, Loki. I'm like, oh yeah, from the Mask. Now,
he's gonna pull a giant mallet out of his pocket or squeeze a little car horn and squeeze a little bike horn and blow the fucking windows out of a car. Squeeze gently.
So, but either way. So yeah, the introduction of the heroes, seeing Captain America talking to Nick Fury, seeing Iron Man and Pepper Potts, because whatever, love them with Phil Coulson, and he was also in the original Iron Mans too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, like this guy too. He's cool. Yeah, that was my like.
Nice.
Next like comes up when Loki is talking to Captain America, and they have all the people kneeling. When Iron Man takes over the PA system, the only thing I think about. The only thing I think about is Megamind.
I can dig it.
You might be a villain, but you're not a super villain. What's the difference? Presentation. And then some AC/DC started playing. And I know you don't like AC/DC. I'm not saying I like him either, but that was a great scene.
Yeah, and they've adapted that to be like his go-to band of choice, apparently. Even though he wears a fucking Black Sabbath t-shirt for the rest of the movie.
Fair.
He listens to AC/DC.
You know what's funny about that? I saw a TikTok last night that was like theme songs for Marvel heroes. And so because of Quicksilver, spoiler alert, because of Quicksilver coming back, they use his song from Days of Future Past.
Time in a Bottle. Wait. Yeah.
No, not Days of Future Past. The next one.
Was that Apocalypse? No, yeah.
No, it was... Which one where the mansion blew up?
I want to say that one was Apocalypse. Because Days of Future Past was the one where they were in that like underground prison thing trying to get Magneto.
That was Time in a Bottle.
Yeah.
The next one, I don't remember what it is though. But he's saving all the kids from the explosion and the thing. So they said that was his theme song. Iron Man was when he was jumping down onto the...
I'm going to look it up now. I have to find it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm thinking about it.
Thor was when he was jumping down onto the bridge on Ragnarok and his lightning. And I was like, oh yeah, Iron Man's going to be Iron Man. And they're like, no.
AC/DC.
Back in Black. I was like, no, that's not his song, is it? I didn't think that was his song. Why would I wouldn't attribute... If you told me Iron Man, the first song I'm not going to think of is Back in Black.
Yeah, you're going to think the song that they use at the end of Iron Man by Black Sabbath. Iron Man. Yeah.
I'm not going to think of anything else.
Sweet Dreams by the Eurythmics.
Yes, that one. Yep.
Is that the one that Sweet Dreams are made of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one. So, I was just like, why not Iron Man, though? But either way.
Two on the nose, I guess.
Two on the nose?
Yeah.
Is it?
Was Captain America's Born in the USA or some shit? Or was it literally the Star Spangled Banner?
Someone taking a knee at the... No, I'm
sorry. Jeez.
Sorry. I love it.
No.
You'll get more of that on a Patreon.
Hey, no, I don't want it now.
You don't want more of that on a Patreon?
You pay to hear me force myself to talk shit about Captain America? You won't get it out of me, I tell you. You won't.
I'll talk shit about Captain America. I don't care.
I won't be bad-mouthing him.
I will if you want me to. I can find some things. He's a misogynist, probably.
I don't know. Is he?
No, but I can... He grew up... It was a different time.
That's fair.
No, I'm just...
But he's acclimating. No, he did give Nick Fury $10, and I don't know why he gave him money. He thought he was a valet or something. I guess.
Tip him.
But he gave him $10. That was a good tip.
You tip him? You know what I'm talking about.
And he kept it, too.
You know what I'm talking about. A little Arrested Development. What? That's like tipping up. Anyway. All right, next like before this goes on too far. Shoot. Oh, okay, yeah, no, okay, sorry. I was looking at it.
You're deciphering your notes again.
Yes. Cap. I put capped, CAPT, capped, and cop. Like, I don't know what that means. But, of course, the best scene of the movie.
Oh, come on now. The best scene of the movie. And he goes... You know you love it.
I need guys up in this building. Why should we listen to you? And then, of course, he destroys...
Brooklyn cops. Why should we listen to yous?
Hey, I'm walking
Hey, yo.
And then he goes... He fights off some aliens. Cop turns... Without missing a beat. I need people up in these buildings. We need to make a court... This is the best part of the movie. Best part. So that's a like. And then the team up shot. I love it.
Which one? The one, like the bridge one?
The bridge one.
Where it's like everyone, like, where Tony's flying around and he lands and he shoots his laser at Cap shield and he, like, fucking, like, fans it out onto all those dudes and, like, the Hulk's climbing the building, smashing everybody.
Right before that, yes.
Or the one where, like, they're in the circle.
In the circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they're in the circle and Loki's like, oh, and they're like, oh. It's when Hawk first comes back.
Yeah.
That one, great shot. The other shot's cool. The other team up shot at the end, it's a little stage. But
the one that they mock in Endgame.
Like, you know.
It's so good. So good. And they were not shy about poking fun at it.
No, they weren't. I like that. Yes, facts. So I like that one, but I like that one better. That's so much better. Those are my likes.
Oh, okay. All right. My likes. Let's go. First off, Captain America. Mm-hmm. Chris Evans is great. And I'm only going to get more into this as we do more of these. What, you surprised that I liked him?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. It's almost as if you don't know me at all.
Shawarma a little later? It's almost like you don't know food.
At all. And you can probably thank that movie maybe and Robert Downey Jr. for the, I don't know, like maybe a boom of everyone loving Middle Eastern food around that period of time, as far as I'm aware.
Do they?
Unrelated note. I mean, just in the last few years, I've noticed an uptick in interest in Mediterranean food, myself included. It's delicious.
Is it because of Avengers?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say yes.
Because
I can't prove otherwise. And
Have
we
you
know
ever had
these movies.
shawarma?
Oh yeah,
it's
delicious.
What is it? Lamb?
It can be. I've had chicken. I've had beef. I think it's more like a seasoning and preparation versus like an actual like meat type. So it can be like different kinds of meats versus it's just like the way they prepare it.
But a gyro.
I've had that also.
Is lamb.
It's like lamb or like a combination of lamb and beef, or you can do chicken. I've made my own chicken ones. They're delicious. For me, it's all.
But you gotta have the ziki sauce.
I was gonna say, for me, it's all in the sauce. It's ziki sauce. Oh, it's so good.
Never had any of that.
I've made it myself, and it was never as good as when I had it in a restaurant.
Beef, meat, potatoes kind of guy.
Fair.
This guy over here. I've been eating salads lately.
Ooh.
I'm trying to lose weight, but it's
no,
it's not.
I like a good salad.
Yeah.
Pasta salad, fruit salad.
Well, let's not go overboard.
Raisins in there.
I want a salad that I can add meat to, not whatever you're talking about.
Chef salad.
Yeah.
So like greens, some like meat, hard-boiled egg. Do you do hard-boiled eggs?
Oh,
cheese.
I got it in my fridge right now.
Cheese, delicious.
If I'm gonna have a salad, there better be egg on it.
Yeah, I can
dig
it.
The egg isn't on it or on the side.
Send it back. Yeah, send it back.
Just give me more meat. That's it.
So you can put the salad on the side, honestly, if you just had like meat and eggs.
I love eggs.
Yeah.
We have 3 cartons in there right now.
Oh, dang.
They will.
You do like eggs.
Never expire.
Nice.
I will eat them or throw them away. One time I had them sitting on the edge of the sink, and like they're sitting on the edge, like in between the middle of the like 2 sink. They were sitting because I'm stupid, and so like I'm taking them out, using them. I'm taking them out on one side, and all of a sudden, fucking thing flips over, and about 10 eggs went down the garbage disposal. I was like, oh well, and it was satisfying
because they all like rolled in.
They were just like, I was like, I like that, but I hated that actually because we were down to our last carton. I was like, fuck.
After this carton and the next one, there's only one more carton in there.
No, this was a while ago. I had 1 carton left. And that was the only one.
After those?
No, that was the last carton. And like, it was a new carton, and it was just like, because gravity and evenness.
It's new.
It wasn't working for me. It worked for me, all right.
Worked against you.
I'm way off. We're talking about salads and shit.
Yeah, we went from Captain America to salads. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, because we talk about shawarma. That's how we got the food.
I'll
talk about food all fucking day.
That's right.
Captain America's amazing, and I'm only gonna love him more as the movies go on because he just gets more endearing. He's just delightful. He seems so out of place in so many conversations, especially when Tony's talking, because I feel like he does it on purpose. When they're in the lab with, or Tony and Bruce are talking all the sciencey talk, and Captain America's, they're in their street clothes, and Captain America's like in his uniform. And Tony's like, hey, which one of us in the room is A, wearing a spangly outfit, and B, useless in the situation?
You did say, aw.
Yeah, because I was like, aw, because that's not fair.
I was like, well.
I mean, it's true.
Everybody have their strengths.
It's true, but you don't have to say it. And then he's immediately like, you know how bad I could beat you, right? Next, Nick Fury. Samuel L. Jackson is great in general, but I really like him as Nick Fury because he's pretty no-nonsense until he wants to have a little nonsense. And I appreciate that in any, hard-ass character in any movie who's like, I'm all serious. Until I'm not. And then I'm back to being serious. And you don't know when I'm going to flip back and forth, and you got to deal with it, and you got to try to keep up, but you can't. I don't know. I just like Nick Fury. I like Samuel L. Jackson. I like that they redesigned Nick Fury in the comics to look like Samuel L. Jackson. I think it's great. I thought it was really cool.
Because
prior to that, he looked like an old white dude. Or he looked like a white guy with an eye patch with, brown hair with, white on the sides.
Yeah.
And
he was very uninteresting. No one really cared for him a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, they did, but it wasn't And then when they made him look like Samuel L. Jackson, people kind of got onto the train.
Because he was Samuel L. Jackson.
You're like, you know what? We kind of like this guy.
Yeah, why not?
It's okay. Spoiler alerts. I'm just going to get into it.
Uh-oh.
So, I went on the little tweeters the other day after episode 5 of WandaVision came on.
Ooh.
And the butthurt of the male community after they said that she was powerful and could have killed Thanos.
Like they didn't know it?
So,
I mean, maybe they didn't because of a little thing called denial. Not just a river in Egypt, folks. There's an old one for you.
So I like that. That just that Nick Fury, they all have some things in common. And I just think that people are stupid. But I laugh because I'm like, that's funny. That is hilarious. Because people are dumb.
Oh, definitely.
Either way.
Not to say that I'm not, but I know that I can.
I mean,
I'm smart enough to know when I think other people are being dumb.
Facts.
So if the dumb guy thinks you're being dumb, you're real fucking dumb. The 50% of me that's dumb, that's human, that's 100% you. That's the dumb. Next, Stan Lee cameo. Good stuff. I know you mentioned it, that you thought it would have been a good spot for him, would have been the old guy who discovers Bruce in the hangar after he gets flung from a jet, but can somehow control where he lands. I don't disagree with you at all that would have been awesome.
Would have been great.
But I still love any time I can see Stan Lee on the screen, I'm gonna like it. Fair. Superheroes in New York? Get out of here. Love it. Love me some Stan Lee. May he rest in peace.
Absolutely.
You said it, so I'm going to say it. The circle scene where they're all the camera's circling around them. They're all circled up, and Iron Man's landing in the middle. And I'm going to say I liked it because I couldn't tell when I mentioned it to you during the movie. When you see prior to that, you see all the Chitauri hanging off the buildings, roaring at him and shit, and the Hulk's roaring back at him. And then as the camera pans back, it kind of sounds like it could be cheers. Or it could be them roaring and screaming at each other, and I was like, okay, yeah, I like that. Because I was like, is that cheers or is that just them? And you were like, I don't know, maybe it's the people in the building.
Because I thought
people
it was
in the buildings cheering. I was like, okay, yeah, why not? I liked it, and I like that I interpreted it as being both things because I'm deep like that. Prior to that scene, I liked the It's always sunny. No, I'm always angry.
Ooh, that's a good one. I
like that because even though I don't really usually care for the Hulk, as a character, I did like that scene. It's that's my secret, Cap.
That's right.
I'm always angry.
That's always a good one.
And then he turns to the Hulk and he punches that fucking space worm into the ground. Amazing. As much as I don't really care for the Hulk, he had some good scenes. Like, as a character in general, like, beyond the movies and everything that encompasses it, he had some good scenes in this movie. That, when he fucking sucker punches Thor after they take down the one big worm, great. Loved it. When Thor kind of beat the shit out of him in the airplane hangar for a little bit, and then kind of got the shit beat out of him in return, like it, because it kind of kept it ambiguous going forward who was stronger, until a certain movie that we won't do a review on in this series, they got to a point where it was pretty clear who was stronger. It wasn't Hulk, in my opinion. In my opinion, it was clear. In my opinion, it was clear that it wasn't the Hulk, at least in that scene.
Kind of sounds like you like the Hulk.
Does it?
Yes.
Does it sound like I like Superman too?
No.
Okay.
But it sounds like you kind of like the Hulk.
And again, me saying that I don't really like the Hulk, he's a part of a bunch of shit that I do like. So, like, I still enjoy some of it. He has good scenes, but if you ask me, who's my favorite Marvel superhero, he's not going to crack it.
I think favorite's different from liking.
No, that's fair.
So, I think you like the Hulk.
That's fair. I don't like him as much as I like some other ones. Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Absolutely not.
It's a Starburst situation again. He is the pink Starburst in the bag for me.
Is it really Starburst? Because there are some trash Avengers, okay? We can talk about
in general or in the movies?
Some got tossed off of a mountain.
In space.
Just throwing it out there. There are some trash Avengers.
I mean, there's a couple pink Starbursts in that bag.
It's not a Starburst thing.
There's a couple of pink Starbursts in this bag of Avengers.
There's some caramel Starbursts in this bag.
Caramel Starbursts.
Exactly. Sounds just as disgusting.
There's some odd flavors in this bag, and some of them happen to be in love with each other. So,
I like the.
We'll get there.
Hey, who? Oh, yeah,
we'll
get
there.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, anyway. I'm always angry. Enjoyed it. The Thor versus Iron Man fight scene, because every good team up requires that the people teaming up have to fucking fight each other at some point. I like that scene.
It's fair.
When Thor zaps the shit out of him, and Tony's suit's looking pretty fried, and he's like, and Jarvis, the Vision, Paul Bettany, and he's like, we're at 400% power, sir. How about that? And he just lasers the shit out of him. That was good stuff.
I don't know if you notice it comes out of his chest too.
Yep.
Like he does the arms and the chest.
Yeah. He hits him with every laser at the time that he had. And he gets more later. But yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I really like that scene. And of course Cap shows up to, prove that cooler heads will prevail. Great stuff. It's not a like, but I'm just going to use this as a tangent. The Tesseract. I always thought, and before the Infinity Stones were brought into the MCU, I thought it was something completely different in the Marvel Universe. I thought it was a cosmic cube, which is a different thing. It's not an Infinity Stone. But it's not that. And that's what I thought it was going, forward until, I think it's, isn't it Endgame? Where, which one is it that he smashes the cube open? Or no, they show it in Age of Ultron, like Thor has this little vision thing. But don't they show, the cube open up? And it's got that when they show the Aether and the Power Stone and the Mind Stone. I forget which one it is that, they crush the cube
Infinity
open.
War.
Is it Infinity War? Yeah, that he crushes the cube and, there's the stone inside. Until the Infinity Stones were brought in, though, I thought it was a cosmic cube, and it totally fucking juked me, and I'm okay with that. I like that.
Wait, what is the Tesseract?
The Space Stone. The blue one.
Yeah. So because that was
because it's blue on the outside and the inside, not like the fucking Mind Stone, which is blue on the outside and yellow on the inside. It changes flavors.
I was gonna say, it was Infinity War because he had to go to Thor and Loki to get it.
Yeah,
and they pulled up on Thanos' ship
because he already had the Power Stone, didn't he?
He already had the Power Stone, and then he. Yeah. Yep. Because he only had the Power Stone?
I think he did.
Yeah, so he had the Power Stone, and then he
got the Space Stone and made the warp, and they fucking walked out of there.
And that's how they were able to get away so quickly without going back to beaming up to the ship or whatever. So yeah. Good times.
Not a like, not a dislike, just something that I enjoyed because I had this series of books. It was 3 novels about the fucking cosmic cube. Each book had a different villain on the cover, And in each book, they were like continuations of each other. In each book, one of those villains got their hand on the cosmic cube and used it to like rewrite reality. One of them was Doctor Doom, one of them was Magneto, and one of them was the Red Skull. And the one I remember the most was the Red Skull one, because he rewrote reality. So like Steve Rogers, Captain America, was like his fucking right hand man, and he was a Nazi. And I remember them saying like, oh, I like, interestingly enough, Captain America was like the perfect Aryan specimen, blonde haired, blue eyed, built like a brick shit house. And I'm like, okay, it's fucked up, but all right.
Facts.
But like that's what I thought the Tesseract was going to be going into the MCU. I was like, nope. I thought everything was going to be around this one thing, and they're like, no, Infinity Stones. Psych. And I was like, cool, even better. Let's do it. Let's do it, because that also leaves something else down the line if they wanted to. Yeah. They probably won't, because it looks just the fucking same. But they could. That's just a little tangent. But those are my likes. I could probably pick a few more up, but we got to get somewhere with this, so I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. So, dislikes. Do you want to go or me go?
I'll go.
Okay.
I know I always give him a bum rap. Clint Barton, Hawkeye.
That's fair.
I don't care for him.
That's fair.
He's kind of... I'm not going to say he's boring.
He's kind of boring.
But he's kind of boring.
In this one?
Yes.
Specifically.
Yeah.
He was a third of the movie, he was under mind control.
Like the first thing he does in the movie is get mind controlled. And I'm like, all right, you're already proving yourself to be great at this. Good job. Real good job.
We all would be mind controlled.
I'm not saying I wouldn't.
To be fair.
If someone with a mind control device walks into this room, they're getting me before they're getting you. I'm not arguing that at all. I'm not saying I would overcome or that I would take the guy down, but Fury got away.
He got shot too.
He got away.
He got shot.
He lived.
Yes, he did. He shouldn't have. But I understand for the movie's sake, because you can't tell me that evil Clint Barton can't hit him square in the middle of the temple. Because he could have.
Maybe.
But he didn't.
He was shooting that gun like he was fucking firing a bow, because he held that gun out in front of him, and he pulled his other arm up like he was pulling a bowstring back off of that pistol that wasn't there. Maybe it threw his aim off. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But he didn't hit him.
He was hitting his targets.
He was. I mean, he shot Fury, and then he must have been wearing Kevlar or something, because he pick it out of it, and he's like, bitch.
Yeah.
You didn't get me. You thought you killed me. Later. I'm out. I'm going to get in this Jeep, and I'm going to get the fuck out of here.
That's fair.
Other dislike, all those people that Captain America saved in that, was it bank or office building, they would have fucking died.
Oh, yeah, because of the bomb.
Unless bombs only explode left to right. They were space bombs. Maybe they do. Maybe they do, and maybe I'm the asshole.
Ooh, maybe they were kind of like...
the Jango Fett seismic bombs. Maybe.
It kind of sounded like it if you think about it.
So now maybe I am wrong.
Well, I'm not saying you're wrong.
But, they were also really close to that fucking thing. It blew Captain America with his shield that absorbs and negates impacts, threw his ass out a window, and they were just looking up at it from not much of a difference in distance by my perception. So I don't think they would have made it out. So he tried, but I think all those people fucking died, honestly.
They never go back into the bank.
They did never go back in. He's like, they stayed saved. Or he was like, well, there's no saving them now. So moving on to the next fight. Yeah. Those are my only real dislikes. I could throw a little shade dislike on Black Widow, because if I'm going to dislike Clint Barton, I should dislike her too. Just because I think they're the most boring characters. Partly because they don't really have powers. To be fair, Tony Stark doesn't have a power, but he does have a cool fucking armor suit.
Yeah, and he's funny.
And he's funny. Clint's kind of funny.
He's kind of funny.
Natasha's kind of funny.
She's kind of funny.
But they're not Tony Stark funny. They're not get your own movie funny and have it released in a timely manner without it getting delayed a bunch of times funny. So,
wish granted.
Small shade lateral dislike, to Black Widow. And I'm done for dislikes.
Okay, so my dislikes. I wrote a couple areas that weren't flawless. And when I wrote that down, I was thinking of a specific scene and it didn't happen the way I remembered it. And I was like, yeah, but still. There was just like, it wasn't anything big, but like the whole Shakespeare in the Park thing, I thought that was cool. I thought it was great. But then when Thor goes, he was like, Loki, and then Iron Man kicks him out and he goes, what was that? I didn't really need it. It was kind of funny at the time. I didn't really laugh when it happened just now when we just watched it. I was like, okay, that didn't need to be there. There was another part when Loki flushes him down the little thing in the boat, in the sky boat thing. And Loki, like, whatever. The way I remember that was Loki was talking and then Thor started talking. And then he hits the button. And I don't know I don't remember if it played out that way. Now that I'm thinking about it again, I don't remember how it played out. But either way, it wasn't the way I remembered it. But I was just like, like Loki's like super dramatic. So he's like, how about, what'd you say? Like after he did something deliberately. And it's like, I mean, I get it. I like Loki too. He was one of my likes. So it wasn't like I'm mad about it. But I was just like, it's a great movie. But it wasn't flawless.
Yeah. I've seen some things lately online, and I'm sure the sentiment's been out there for a while, that people think that Joss Whedon movies are really quippy, that everyone's like really witty all the time, even when there's no one around to hear it.
That's fair.
And I was like, yeah, I could see that. It doesn't ruin it for me. It doesn't take me out of it, because I like banter, but I hate witty banter.
That's factual.
No, I like it all.
I do too.
But
same.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw people like, oh man, Joss Whedon, because like Buffy he did, and some other like Angel, and then a lot of these, I think most of the Avengers movies, or at least the first two. And yeah, like there's some similarities. They're all really like, oh hey, oh, everybody's got something to say, which is fine.
No, it's fine.
But I know some people didn't like it.
There's a couple times where I was like,
yeah, we can't all be Tony Stark here.
No, and all his lines are great.
Yeah,
but not everybody's were.
Yeah,
but they were mostly good. That's what I'm just saying. It's just not a perfect movie. It's a great movie, not a perfect movie.
Agreed.
So that's my one dislike. That's really it. I mean, honestly, I love this movie. So that being said,
you can't dislike Clint Barton because I know you like him later.
No, I'm not going to dislike Clint Barton because he was... here's my thing. I'm looking at it from a movie perspective. And from a movie's perspective, he did what he had to do. And I thought he was great with the bow and arrows. Even though, in the next film, they make light of it. And that's what I like.
He did have some cool arrows, though.
Yeah, he really did.
When he shot that one Chitauri dude in the chest, and the arrow just decided it had a gun on it, and it shot like the three dudes around him. Sweet. That was pretty sweet.
The little Batman thing that he had, that when he was flying off the roof, and he had to jump, and then
the grappling hook arrow.
Loved it.
Or that USB arrow.
The USB arrow, that was great.
He didn't have to flip it over a couple times to make sure he got it in right.
Nope, he knew what he was doing.
One shot. He doesn't miss most of the time.
Same. The bomb arrow that he shot at Loki, that was great.
Yeah.
Like I say, he's cool. I get it. He just doesn't fit. And he is Batman in Batman vs. Superman when they were fighting the monster. Him and old girl.
Yeah.
And then the next one too. They both were just outmatched. They were fighting robots. Like, it's not. Sorry, your bow was a bow.
Yeah.
Your bow isn't.
Because there's also times where he wasn't shooting, he was whacking people with it, and they were still going down.
If it was a metal bow, it's not really bending like that.
I don't know.
So you ain't really getting that kind of, either way.
What if it was a wooden bat, and they were just crumbling?
Listen. I'm not talking about her.
We'll be having the same conversation.
Same. Either way. But yeah, no.
And if we're being fair, we're being fair. So
that's fair.
Across the board.
Damn it, that's fair, damn it. But yeah, that's my only dislike. So, Slushie Meter.
Oh.
I'll let you go first.
Damn it.
You want me to go first? Because I know mine.
Yeah.
Mine's going to be a 4. So it's going to be a 4. Great movie. Great start. Honestly, watching it makes me want to watch some other movies that aren't Avengers.
Yeah.
I definitely want to watch Iron Man now. Definitely want to watch Winter Soldier now. Definitely want to watch Civil War now.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, this has nothing to do with this Slushie Meter or anything. When I think of the trilogies or the quadruplies of Avengers and the trilogies of everyone else movies.
The Foursies.
The trilogies and the foursies.
Triple Yahtzee.
As much as I hate Captain America the First Avenger, he has the best 3 movies out of anybody.
Really? I figured for sure you'd say Iron Man.
No. I love Iron Man. But Captain Winter Soldier is probably, to me, if not the first, either 2 or 3 best Marvel movie ever.
Okay.
Ever. Including Blade. Including Spider-Man. Including X-Men. I think Winter Soldier is top-notch. And Civil War is right behind it.
Yeah. Civil War is really good. And to be fair, they didn't necessarily even have to call it Captain America Civil War, but they did, so it's in there.
He got 3 movies.
Yeah, so he got his 3.
He has the best 3 movies out of anybody.
And they weren't just 1, 2, and 3.
No. Because Iron Man 3 was great. Loved it. Loved Pepper. Loved Gideon. That was his name, but whatever his name is.
Aldrich
Killian.
Killian. Yeah.
I was close. It rhymed.
Yeah, you were close.
It rhymed.
Gideon Graves.
Same.
Hey, you made it!
So what's
zero,
that?
right?
Iron Man 2, great. Loved it.
Yeah.
Iron Man 1. Honestly, Iron Man 1 is great.
You put Iron Man 1 versus Captain America 1, Iron Man 1 takes it.
Oh, for sure.
Easy.
But Winter Soldier takes the rest.
Yes.
And Captain and Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier is better than Iron Man 1. Civil War is better than Iron Man 1. And it should be because it came along later.
Yeah.
Like it should be. So, what other 3 movies you got?
I mean, you got Thor 1, 2, and 3, but even if Ragnarok was good, the other 2 are just dragging you down.
Facts. So, even with those 3, Iron Man 3, all 3 of those, Spider-Man, any 3.
We'll have a 3.
Any 3 or 2 are not better than Winter Soldier.
Agree.
And Civil War. Civil War is great.
Civil War is amazing.
Black Panther.
Yeah. Because honestly, like you, I thought he was going to show up in Age of Ultron.
Facts.
Yeah. Because why wouldn't he? Because they mention Wakanda.
Well, Canadian.
And then they're like, oh, no.
Wakanada.
Let's save it for another movie. And I was like, all
Yeah.
right, because you're already doing a lot. You already introduced like 3 new hero characters
That's fair.
in that
They
movie.
did.
So I guess that they did throw Black Panther in.
I mean, shit, they did it in Civil War because they did it in Civil War.
Yeah.
They introduced 7 new people in Civil War. They were like, everybody.
Yeah. But I mean, like, they introduced Wanda and Pietro and Vision.
Well, they killed him, but
Yeah. But still.
that's fair. No, I'm agreeing with you. Then they were like, Spider-Man. Hey, man, you come too.
Man.
Hey,
You come
Black
back.
Panther,
You
you
come
too.
back.
You too. But yeah, but this was like his big introduction.
Which is amazing.
Literally.
Hey.
You all come over here. We're good to go. Yeah. Anyway, great. I don't remember what we were talking about.
I don't know. But they honestly, and they maybe could have called it Avengers Civil War, and I would have been just as happy.
No.
No?
No, Captain America needed this thing. It was about Captain and Iron Man.
Yeah, that's really
Their
true.
ending fight was just them 3.
That's really true.
By the way, I saw a TikTok that was like, hey, sorry, we killed your parents. Or Bucky killed your parents. And then they show the fight scene. They're like, but get over it.
Yeah.
They show them
But I want to hear you scream.
I was like, oh shit, that's exactly what happened. Hey, we killed your parents, but why are you mad? No.
That was a long time ago.
That was way long ago. You're over it by now, right?
Yeah. Because I read a thing about that movie recently that was like, hey, Tony was mad. Cap was just wrong.
Cap was wrong.
He was definitely wrong. Like, to at least have handled it in that way. Like, oh, hey, I had this information. and I never bothered to tell you. I really should have.
So
at least about that part, he was wrong. Like maybe not about the like being, signing the papers and everything. He felt he was right, but about like the whole Bucky thing, like he definitely should have told them.
So this is what I also read. I read this a while ago. I think I told you this. So when did he find out?
Yeah.
Right? Because he woke up right before the events of Avengers. I think he found out right before Civil War happened, or while he was looking for the Winter Soldier.
Okay.
I think that's when he found out, and that's when he found out he did that, and so he knew. But I don't think he found it, and he was conflicted because he just got his best friend
Then that
back.
makes more sense. Yeah, you're like, oh, hey, my friend's alive.
Yeah.
By the way, can you not kill him? Because guess what he did?
Yeah.
That's okay, yeah.
So
no, that's a good point.
Conflicted. Here's the thing. When he fixed that situation with Tony and got that off his chest, this is what I read. That's what made him worthy to get the Mjolnir in.
Yeah, well, because he was being honest. He was being,
and then him reconciling with Tony
made
him worthy because he knew he fucked up.
Yeah.
So I get it. Either way.
Yeah. I mean, what happened, but I mean, and he did it the way that he did it. But he was definitely like he probably could have told them at some point. Like, hey, but then you wouldn't have a movie.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't have had that sweet ass airport fight.
Yeah, because everybody would have been on.
Amazing.
Everybody would have been on Iron Man.
Yeah, everyone would be like, Cap, what the fuck, dude?
What are you doing?
I don't know. He would probably would have had Ant-Man on his side still. He'd be like, you're Captain America. I will do whatever you ask from me, sir.
That's fair.
I will turn into a giant man and get
fair.
torn apart while you fly away in this jet. And maybe Natasha would have been on his side also because she kind of knew too.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember if she knew or not.
I feel like she knew.
Yeah, she probably did know. But either way, Slushie review 4.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to give it a 4.
Facts.
Because I really like it. I mean, you're keeping track? Oh shit! Now I'm
No, because every time we talk about
I'm held accountable for my actions.
We're like, what did we rank the other one? I can just
I like that.
Go back and look.
Yes. No, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Facts.
When we were going into this, I was like, man, I don't know. I might give it like a 3.5. No. And then I watched it again. I was like, no, it's better than that. It's good
for sure.
Yeah, it's good. It's a 4.
Yeah, because I already knew what I was gonna give it.
Everybody gets like their own individual little thing to do. Cap gets to kind of fight Loki in Germany, and then Iron Man gets to come in and steal some glory, and then Thor gets to have his little side moment with Loki. Actually, I should say Loki has his scenes with everybody more than anything.
See, now I know you said this was Hulk's movie. This was Loki's.
That's
movie.
fair. Yeah, now that I just said that, I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that is true. And you said it as a like, and I missed the boat to agree with you. Loki was a really good villain in this. Because I don't really remember... You know who I remember more from the first Thor movie? The fucking destroyer armor thing.
That's the only thing I remember. I
don't really remember Loki as much. I remember that thing shooting lasers out of its face.
Yeah.
I definitely like Loki the most in this movie.
So I thought that thing was a...
The destroyer thing?
Yeah. What did I think it was? You know what I thought it was.
A sentinel?
Sentinel.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh, no, we're not there yet.
First time I saw it, I was like, look at that super shredder-looking motherfucker. I was like...
The Silver Samurai, Sentinel, Super Shredder.
Ooh.
But yeah, I agree with your sentiment that this you could argue that this is Loki's movie. And I also agree with your statement. I don't remember if you said it on the cast earlier. I'm said it the cast, or if you just said it when we were watching it.
When I heard it, I was like, "We call it?
Don't call it that.
I like
don't
it.
Call it that.
I know, but I'll do it just
pod.
for you. The potty.
The pod. Ooh, I don't like that.
I know, but people call it that all the time.
I don't remember if you said it on the recording or if you said it when we were watching the movie, but I agreed with it then. After this, I don't like Loki as much because they give him too much. He comes back in Thor 2. He comes back in Ragnarok. He comes back in Infinity War. And every time there's like, oh, hey, look, it's Loki. He's good this time. No, he isn't.
And he's bad again.
And then he may be good until the next one.
Yeah, they gave him a lot.
Yeah, and I was like, great. When they finally kill him, we'll get there. We'll get there. You don't need to hear from me now.
We'll get there.
You need to hear from me now. We'll get there.
Fair. That's fair.
4. It's a 4.
4. 4 is all around. Facts.
4 on the pod. On the cast.
I know you don't want to, but we need to revisit this cast thing because it took me for a fucking loop. I was like, I was sitting here like, I don't know if you said it on the cast. I was like, you know what I didn't think?
What?
That you were talking about me doing the cast of the movie? No. I did not think that at all. I was like...
No, I meant like cast as in like podcast.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, I was cutting out the first part.
Right away I knew what you meant. That's why I was like, I'm not confused. I know exactly what he's talking about. I'm trying to determine if I like it.
Let him finish. On the cast, let him finish. There's nothing else. That's it.
It made me horny. Let me finish?
Can I finish?
Okay. All right. Too far. Okay. So 4 is all around.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
Lemon Avenger squeezy. Okay. That's it. So that was Slushie review of the first Avengers 2012. Next up, Age of Ultron.
Yes.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, I'm excited for all of them, to be honest.
To be fair.
I've been excited for every episode that we've done because I just like watching movies and talking about them.
That's facts.
Facts. But yeah, I'm never going to be mad if you're like, hey, let's watch a Marvel movie. Nah.
Well.
Okay.
Not any recently, though.
Yeah.
Name a bad Marvel movie. I don't think I can.
Like I couldn't name you one that I actively dislike.
Yeah, I can. That you actively dislike.
In the MCU?
No.
Well, that's what I meant.
Okay, I said Marvel. But yeah, you're right.
What one were you going to say?
Fantastic Four, the new one.
Oh. It wasn't good.
I know.
But it also wasn't in the MCU.
No, fair. I know. That's why I said Marvel.
So I guess I need to qualify that. Name me a movie that exists in the MCU. And you're like, let's watch it. I'm like, okay.
Fair.
But yeah, if you're like, let's watch the reboot Fantastic Four, I'm like, nah.
Was it really that bad? I've seen it once.
I remember not liking it at all.
Yeah. Either way. Were you talking? Was I talking?
I don't know. We were both just casting.
I can't even do. I don't even know what to do with this part of the show either. I don't know if I should keep it or not because
it's
just a lot of.
Just enjoying it, bask in it.
Okay, so next up, Age of Ultron. Like we said before, we're gonna leave this episode because I can't keep it together.
Oh, I'm loving it.
Oh shit! Follow us on Twitter and Instagram and wherever. Come on.
You know where to find us.
We're just casting.
Just casting. You know how I'd be.
Okay.
It's a big world out there. A lot of casts.
This is Big Keith.
And Chris.
Oh my god.